Alright, welcome back to Phasmophobia, everybody, and welcome back to the Easter event. We are actually on the last 2 hours of the event. We were actually down to 1 hour and 45 minutes, and I actually want to apologize that I haven't been streaming at all, really. I've just really not had the energy for it. But before the Easter event ends, I actually want to do a little bit of gameplay, so we'll probably hop into some Nightmare Mode games and probably go to no events after that, and we'll be checking out some of the maps. So without any further ado, make sure you guys get subscribed, and let's hop into the game, shall we? Okay, so starting off, I'm just going to go into regular Nightmare Mode, and I'm actually going to change a couple settings. I'll turn on back to the screens, and to make it a little bit easier, I'll also turn the breaker on. And then probably last thing is I'll turn the grace period down to 1 second, so it will be a bit more dangerous, but it'll bring it back over 4 times difficulty, so we'll be perfect there. And let's see what maps we have. We have Tanglewood, Edgefield, Ridgeview, and Point Hope. So these actually give me the last maps of the rotation before the Easter event goes away, so this is what we're left with, which is actually totally fine. I love Tanglewood, I love Ridgeview, Edgefield is awesome. Point Hope really not so much, but it does look good. But might as well go to Tanglewood, right? Tanglewood's probably one of the best maps out there, probably one of the most played as well. Okay, here we are, let's go. As you can see on the top right, I'm also putting on the timer as well, because that just helps, it really helps to have a timer, honestly, just for like smudges or just timing things in general. But let's start with our usual thermometer. We got an EMF, and then what else? I guess photo camera. Might as well go for like perfect games, or maybe just a couple objectives or something, which we do need a video of a ghost. So honestly, let me switch this out with the video camera instead, and boom, we're good to go. Okay, and we're gonna be walking down the aisle of bunnies. Let's go, look at that, we got our friend gnome right there. Yeah, honestly, the decorations haven't really changed much at all, like since last year. Oh, we got a bun right there, look at that, easy. But one of the things that did change was the bunnies. Oh, yeah, the bunnies did change a little bit, because normally you would shine a dot slide on them, which you still do, but from last year they would either take sanity away, give you sanity, or they would start a hunt, which is like a super rare chance to get like a golden bunny. Also, I think we found the ghost already. It's already getting cold here. With the breaker being on, right, it's still on. Yeah, it is on. The average temperature of each room should be 20 degrees, unless you're like in a house like Grafton where there's like broken rooms and it's like actually the outside temperature. But you can see as I'm like walking into these different rooms, they're all like around 20 degrees. They're all like the same. That's like the average that they should be. Was that me? No, that was a ghost. Hello. Okay. Yeah, if we walk into the bathroom here, you can see like right away, boom, 13 degrees. Like that's like very abnormal. That means that there's a ghost here. And it seems kind of active already. Okay. Good luck trying to get orbs in this room. Okay. Oh wait. Was that the door? Or is that orbs? I can't tell. I can like barely see like the little square on the thing. That is one downside of the Easter event, with it being like super bright on the camera. And for ghost orbs, you kind of have to see them through night vision, which is kind of lame. Hey, you can see I have the light off too, like that's even brighter. That's crazy. I've been holding down the record button, I haven't seen any orbs, so I assume there's probably gonna be no orbs. But the difficulty we're on is Nightmare Mode, so we can actually no longer like rule stuff out like you can on like Professional or below. And also there's just a random EMF. Hello? What did you do? Ghost? Oh, I wonder if it blew a candle or something. Huh. Alright, anyways, we should probably be getting some more stuff so we can actually try and figure out this ghost, right? Oh, we got a giant bunny over there again. I think that was there from last year too. Actually, that's one of the things I never noticed from last year until I actually watched some videos on it. I was like, how did I not notice that before? But you should be able to see from this room, I think, right? Yo, look at that. The giant bunny. Gotta love that, right? Boom. Okay, but anyways, so far it hasn't really given us like EMF 5 or anything. We can also kind of tell that from the board sometimes. It just depends on if it's gonna be like a ghost spin or something, like an ability or something like that. And sanity wise, we're not too bad. That's definitely one thing you want to do, is watch your sanity all the time, for sure. Sanity is definitely like a resource in this game. Like once you like get low enough, then ghosts will start hunting. Like most ghosts will hunt around 50% sanity and below, and there are a handful of ghosts that do hunt above 50% sanity. But if we run into any of those ghosts today, then I will let you guys know, of course. But let's just get these evidence items in and keep the game going, right? I'd like to do a few contracts, maybe try and see if I can get higher up on the leaderboard for a little bit or something. You never know. All right, light is off, right? Yeah. This is with the light off. That's crazy. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you pizza? Hey, 6.9 degrees. Nice. Now, every now and then it is good to check with the thermo. If you could see this, it's getting a little warmer in here. This room is same 20 degrees, but this room is actually getting colder. So I think that tells me that the ghost moved. It's now like hanging around in this room more often than that room, right? Because going back in here should be even warmer. Yeah, 8 degrees. That's just gonna keep on going up. Okay, so the ghost moved, which actually rules out the Goryo. Because Goryo is one ghost that actually can never change its ghost room. Because as their weakness says, rarely seen far from their place of death. Okay, well, at least here we can see if there's orbs. So that's good at least, right? Alright, not looking like orbs so far. That's kind of lame. But might as well check spirit box. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? There we go. Alright. Yeah, with spirit box you have to be in the same room as the ghost. Oh, it turned a light on. Hello. I think I got that recorded. Nice. Okay, no UV. Yeah, I would expect to see like a UV fingerprint there, but I don't see anything. But as I was saying, with spirit box you have to be in the same room as the ghost. Like if the ghost was standing here and you had a spirit box going here with all the lights off, you would not get a spirit box until the ghost either walks into the room that you're in or you walk into the room that it's in. That's how spirit boxes pretty much like always worked. Alright, let's move all this stuff over. But we do have spirit box. That's good. And also we have another piece of information. The ghost turned on a light, and if you look at the mayor is a ghost that's more powerful in the dark. It has like a higher... Oh, hello. Okay, I missed that, but I got that. Cool. As I was saying, the mayor loves the dark, so they can actually like never turn the light on. Like they never turn the light on at all. Like that's pretty much always been their thing. So since we saw the ghost turn the light on, I even got a video of it, right? Light switched. That means it can no longer be a mayor. So boom. We are still missing another piece of evidence though, so we should probably be grabbing that. It's the dots. I'm pretty sure this spike is probably from the ghost vent right there. Okay, sanity wise, we are definitely pretty low. Not like super low, but we're definitely getting lower enough for it to hunt. Like the Diane could hunt right now. The Onryo could. Even the Yokai if I'm like talking around it a bunch. But those all like require abilities. Although Onryo can normally hunt around 60% sanity. That's its base hunting threshold. But I'm just gonna take a sand pill. Grab my dots. Might as well grab a crucifix just to be safe, of course. And then we have some salt, because we can actually do a little bit of testing with this. Alright, buddy, how you doing? You can have some dots. Boom. Maybe I can place it back here. I don't know, I like getting like the most coverage that I can. Like maybe even placing it like back here. Usually like placing him in the corner and then letting him like do something like that, like boom, yeah, that's like perfect coverage. That's nice. And then I'm just gonna put one salt here. I hope it's still in here. It's only 8 degrees. Did it move again? It moved again, really? Okay, this is kind of like an annoying ghost, to be honest. Yeah, this was the original room, and then it moved to here, and then now it's in here. Okay, thank you, ghosts. That's so not helpful. That's definitely really annoying, but that is why like the thermometer is like such a great tool, because you definitely want to like always check with the thermometer and make sure the ghost is like still making the room cold, or it is like still like the coldest it could be. But that also makes it hard to check for freezing too, because the ghost could just like keep moving so much that it's just like never ever gonna give you freezing, which sucks. All right, well I guess we'll put salt here, and we'll see if it walks into it. We can also put UV down. Oh, it shouldn't be UV. Oh. All right, step in salt. I was about to say we can actually rule out ghost orbs and UV light, because we can't quite rule out like the general way like you would with professional, where like you just say like no ghost orbs, no UV. You can't rule it out like that. But since we know that it cannot be UV and ghost orbs, that means it can be mimic, which ghost orbs is actually not mimic evidence, but they always have orbs. And it sure loves to throw stuff. Cool. Already getting all my videos. Let's go. Yeah, I was just checking again just in case there are ghost orbs. Haven't really seen anything. I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be freezing. Either freezing or like EMF 5 maybe. It could be very sneaky EMF 5. Okay, but it did walk in the salt one time, and it walked again, which is actually one ghost cannot do that in our list here. That's the Gayu. It actually can't walk into more salt once it's enraged. And how does the Gayu get enraged, you may ask? Well, it gets enraged from protective equipment from us, which is if it steps in salt, it becomes enraged, or if it gets smudged, or if it gets stopped by a crucifix, it gets enraged from that. And then normally, like when the guy who hunts, it will be enraged for the hunt, and then once it stops, it'll be exhausted. So then, if it like steps in salt or one of the three things gets smudged or use a crucifix, it'll go back to being normal, and then it can go enraged. It's kind of like a stage process. Has a few stages. Okay, why is it? Am I thermal bugged or something? Okay, there we go. I was about to say, oh, dots. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there were dots. Look at that. Okay. Well, we know it can't be a wraith. The wraith is actually one of the more basic ones, but it just cannot, it can never like step in salt. They're afraid of salt and will actively avoid it. So that's the one ghost that can never touch the salt. Although, to be fair, the new ghost Gayu can actually do that too, because as I said, once it gets enraged, that's actually the next part. Most of your protective stuff will not be as effective. So if you like get enraged from stepping in one salt, it'll like go enraged after 2 seconds, and then if it walks over another salt, it will not put a step in it, which is actually kind of cool. And this ghost sure loves to be doing something. Excuse me? I don't know what you did. It's pointing like right here somewhere. Up here. Up door. Nice, good job. Okay, well, looking at the objectives, we need a firelight blowout, we need crucifix, and video of a ghost. Perfect. Okay, might as well take a camera too, because that will be helpful for the phantom test. If it ever does a ghost event and I get a photo of it, a phantom will just disappear, because that's just what they do. That's literally their weakness. Taking a photo or a video, which they probably should add, but taking a video of this works. The phantom will make it temporarily disappear, but you'll like still hear it like doing its ghost events and stuff, even while it's invisible, which is kind of cool. I might as well grab a sound recorder as well. Why not? Not sure if I'll... Oh, look at that. Perfect. So this actually works for the phantom too. Getting a dots ghost photo, it will disappear if it's a phantom. So we know it's not a phantom. So that's good. So it's either a Deogen or a yokai. Cool. All right, ghost, you want to give me a sign? Oh, it loves doing that for sure. Oh, definitely want to get the bone photo. We should probably also look around for their cursed possession. No, my sound. That's probably one of my least favorite things that happens with the sound recorder. I wanted to get that sound of the ghost event, but it played another sound which overruled that, which is so stupid. So I only got that sound instead. Man, that's lame. All right, look at those photos already. Dodge ghosts, translucent ghosts. We're doing good. All right, well, as I was saying, we should probably go look around for a cursed possession. Oh, would you look at that? We already found it. Voodoo. Oh, that took no time at all. Nice. I guess we're just too good at this game. I mean, I for sure have played a long time for sure. Hairball. I will definitely take that. Thank you very much. Oh, that's actually one photo we can take already. EMF. Boom. Wow. Okay. Perfect game, easy game. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so since I got misformed, that's actually not a video of a ghost. But since our videos are full, we can actually still get a video of a ghost. It doesn't matter if it's full or not. If you record a ghost video, it will actually still work. It'll still count, which is actually really cool. Shadow ghost. No. Oh, that's a new sound, right? Yeah, ghost event. Look at that. Boom. If I really wanted to, I could go for hunting ghost sounds as well. If I really wanted to, which honestly I kind of want to. Why not? I should probably grab a smudge though. Yeah, that is actually kind of good that it's doing a bunch of ghost vents, because if you didn't know, if you get touched by a ghost vent, you also lose sanity, which can be kind of scary. So if you have a ghost vent, you might be a good idea to run away from it, or just keep that in mind and go back to the truck and take a sanity pill. But now I kind of want it to hunt me, so I can actually like prevent it with a crucifix. I can just get my video of ghosts and whatnot, get my nice hunting sound. I could even get a hunting ghost video too. Like, why not? Just delete one of the cheaper videos, which honestly, media is actually not too bad. Not half bad, honestly. Like, I could even like go for recording spirit box sounds with the sound recorder if I wanted to, but I'd like to go for the max value, which is 20, 15, 15 for hunting and then mist and ghost event. So I'm just gonna grab another candle because it doesn't seem to be blowing out the one that's in there already. I don't know if it changed ghost room already or something. Seems a little weird. What are you doing, ghost? That's what you're doing. Okay. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. It's about time. Okay. Well, The two ghosts we have now are Deogen and Yokai. One of them is really easy. The Deogen is like it's a ghost that always knows where you are. So that's the one ghost that you can never actually hide from. If you do hide from it, you're probably gonna be dead. And how can you tell if it's a Deogen? Well, it'll be really fast far away, but if it comes closer to you, it'll slow down like drastically. So sometimes it might be a good idea to just hold on to a smudge and then wait for it to like see if it's gonna like come straight for you. Like might be a good idea to like hide in a corner somewhere with the light on and just wait and see if it like comes straight for you. If it comes straight for you like really fast and then it starts slowing down when it's like really close to you, then that's a Deogen right there. Which I know, especially for like newer players, can be kind of scary. Oh, that crucifix is already done. Okay, let me not be there then. That'd be a bad idea. Okay. Yeah, we got our firelight, we got the crucifix. The video of a ghost will be happening soon, I hope. Oh. Yeah, it sounds fast, which I'm pretty sure can only be one ghost. Hi, buddy. That's a Deogen right there. Boom. I was kind of figuring it was a Dio, because that's also one ghost that cannot hunt until you're around 40% sanity, so this is like kind of like a more shyer kind of ghost. Although not really shy. It's just a little bit more late at hunting. But not too bad. As you can see, I lit my smudge and immediately started my timer. That's kind of like just been like ingrained in my mind. Like every time I smudge, I start the timer, which really helps a lot. Because then I can just look right there and immediately know. Hello? Okay, goodbye. Actually, what I can do now is take all my sanity pills and then I can go for bunnies. I forgot. That is kind of one of the things that you need to do for the event. You don't need to do it, but it helps to get extra points, which I mean, you probably don't need to do it anymore since the event's like basically already done. Like by the time this video is gonna come out, it's definitely already gone. But it will come back next year probably. I would assume so. Oh yeah, and speaking of events, have you guys heard of the new Alan Wake event they're gonna be doing? I think it's like called Phasmophobia by Alan Wake, which I've never heard of Alan Wake, so I don't know like if that's like a dev. I assume that's like a dev or something. But from watching like the little trailer that they did, it looked kind of cool actually. Okay, I'm just looking for bunnies now, which I guess I could explain this. The bunnies are usually in these little nests here, little nests with a bunch of like broken eggs, and those will be like scattered everywhere around the map. And you can just like place down a dots and check it each time, but usually what I like to do is I like to listen for them too. Oh, there we go. Do you guys hear that? It's just like a little like hissing sound. That's how I know that there's a bunny there. I don't know why they make that sound, but whenever there's a bunny in a nest, you usually will hear that sound. And that guy jumped at me. Nice. Love to see it. Hey, buddy. Trying to scare me, huh? I'm unscarable in this game, at least. But yeah, the bunnies will do three things. They'll either jump at you, which will take, I believe it takes like 20% sanity, maybe 10% sanity away from you. And then it'll also do something to the ghost as well. When it jumps at you, it makes the ghost faster by 10%. But if you can get the other interaction to happen, where a bunny will just run away, it'll actually give you some sanity. I think it's like 5 or 10%, if I remember from the last Easter event. But here, I'll hold my smudge real quick. Yeah, see, if it jumped at me and I dropped my smudge, because I don't know why would they make you drop your things. So you probably don't want to be doing that during a hunt, especially if you're close to the ghost and you don't want to have your smudge be dropped on the ground, because that can go through walls and like get you like from anywhere pretty much. If like another player like doesn't just randomly goes for you, which does happen randomly. But yes, when they jump at you, the ghost gets 10% faster, you lose sanity, and this guy really loves jumping at me. Jeez, that's actually kind of bad because now the ghost is probably gonna be hunting soon. Uh-oh. But of course, when the bunny runs away, it's good for the player. You get sanity and it makes the ghost 10% slower. And it does stack. Seems like it like stacks unlimited amount of times, potentially. Alright, well, I think that's all the bunnies though, so we should probably be running out of here. Hopefully not dying, right? I've kind of just been walking around in the dark for a bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if it started trying to hunt me. Hello? Hey, buddy. Have a smudge. Alright, I'm out of here. See ya. Yeah, that's a perfect game right there. Oh yeah, by the way, from the new From an earlier update, a big update that added the new Diane, Gayu, and Ababo ghosts, they added like a gender check in a way, I guess. So if it's a male, it can no longer be a Banshee or a Diane. Those ghosts are always female, which normally you can tell from the ghost model, which that's like a little girl ghost model, but that's a forced model for this Easter event. Even if it's a male ghost, it'll always be that model, so you should be going off of the name mostly right now. But we can say for certain that's just the Deogen, because that is definitely not a normal ghost. Oh yeah, we are right at hunting range. Easy Dio. Got our media, and boom. 2,700 bucks, not too bad. Yeah, it definitely helps to get perfect games. And yeah, we got 29 points, not too bad. If you're curious about the points, I believe you get 10 points for getting the ghost correct. You get 3 points per objective finished. You get 2 points per bunny that you find and it like does something. And then you get 1 point per like whatever multiplier this is, and it rounds down. So if it's like a 4.99 times multiplier, you'll get 4 points for that. And I'm pretty sure that's how the points work. That's pretty much like how the points have always worked for like, any events in Phasmo. But yeah, I've been playing with my friends and we have been grinding a little bit, but I mean, right at the start, I did not have to grind very much. Like honestly, like when I started, the community goals were already all done. The trophy upgrade was already done because I finished that from last year. And really the only thing I needed was just the first personal goal, which I think you legit just needed like 200 points and that's it. So it was free for me, honestly. I did not have to put much work into this one at all. But I did help my friend Jacob get his trophy, so that was fun. We are grinding a bunch for that. But we might as well keep the train rolling, right? We might as well try to get as much games as possible before the event ends. I think we probably have like about an hour from now, so I think after this nightmare mode, I'm gonna switch to some no evidence and then we'll have some fun with that, right? Yeah, it'll be so much fun. We're definitely not gonna die like 20 times. All right, we gotta prevent the ghost with the crucifix, blow out a firelight, and 3 unique photos. All right, might as well grab my photo camera. Honestly, like having a photo camera right at the start is kind of nice in case it like does like a ghost spin or something like that. So here we go. And especially like while you're like trying to find the ghost, you might run across the bone or the cursed possession. So that's just like a free photo right there. What did I say? There's the bone. Boom. Found the bone instantly. Okay, I'm just checking for cursed possessions. Voodoo doll spawns right here. And the board spawns there. I do have a shorts playlist. That's like, I call it Phasmo Tips. And I have like almost every, I think pretty much every map down for like where the cursed possession spots are. So if you're curious about that, then feel free to watch that video if you'd like. But anyways, so far everything seems normal. Everything's 20 degrees. I've also not heard anything. Yeah, I would greatly recommend turning on lights wherever you go, and then like turning them off if you're done like a room. Like for this room, I don't really need to be in here, so I'm just gonna turn that light off. Same for this one. It doesn't seem the ghost is here. But light is a powerful resource for keeping your sanity high, especially on like small maps like these. Like any house map, besides like the farmhouse maps, I think, and Point Hope. Yeah, any small map, anything that's considered small, and you're in the light with like all the main lights. Like for this, you'd need both of these lights to be on. You won't lose any sanity. The only time you'll ever lose sanity, like this, would be if you get hit by a ghost event or like a ghost ability happens where they like randomly take sanity away, which can happen sometimes. Oh, and would you look at that? We have actually a pretty nice cursed possession monkey paw. That's actually a pretty powerful one, which can also be kind of dangerous sometimes, but it is fun. Now, I have not heard... Oh, I was about to say I have not heard anything yet. Never mind. We found the ghost. Would you look at that? And boom, already got our objective. Which, if you're like strictly going for points, that's really all I need. Go for objectives, go for the ghosts, and then I would recommend just going for bunnies, and boom, all good. Which is pretty much like literally what we were doing, me and my friend Jacob. And sometimes Sucrose would join us as well, but we were just going in on no evidence. I think I made it 125% player speed, so like we could just like run everywhere really fast. And we were like pretty much just like speed running these games. Just speed running no evidence stuff, going for hunts, going for all the bunnies, and boom. And some of the games are actually like quite fast. Like I feel like, I think average speed for like each game was like 3 minutes probably. Like overall like average 3 minutes around there. Which I mean, we've played for so long, like we kind of have our own process going, which is always awesome. But what would be awesome is orbs, right? Ah, look at that, there's orbs. Nice. Yeah, for sure, I always want to record those because those are a $10 value. That's one of the, I think it's like a medium dollar value. Oh, we have UV as well. Would you look at that? And we can do that. We can record the thing it through. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Ah, oui, oui. All right, we do have our two evidence, which is orbs and UV, but it could still be mimic, because remember, orbs is actually not mimic evidence. Actual mimic evidence is either freezing or spirit box. So we should be seeing spirit box or freezing if it is going to be a mimic, or this might just be our normal evidence. But that is why we always check. Always check just in case, which I feel like freezing could still technically be. And with the spirit box, of course, you got to be careful. I did test it, but remember, you got to be in the same room as the ghost and with lights off, of course. So technically the ghost could have been walking around here and like throwing stuff in there while it was out here, because they do have quite the range of like being able to throw stuff. So I would always recommend like retrying for evidence, like spirit box. Always want to retry it. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Alright, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a spirit box, I don't think so. But if you really want to make sure and like roll a spirit box, you can have all these lights off and just like try in this room and then move over to here, try it again, try into this room. Oh, like right now, I can just try right now. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you pizza? Where are you? Are you here? Okay. Yeah, so definitely no spirit box, and it did shut the breaker off, which we do have one ghost that does like to turn the breaker off. Okay. And actually that airball is kind of useful, because now I know that the ghost was standing right here when it did it. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Yeah, because most ghost events say like when you actually like see the ghost, that's like literally where it's at right now. But with the airball, that's like not the actual like physical form of it. Obviously, it's just throwing an airball at you or something, like a mist form, which I don't really know what it is exactly, but it is useful with the EMF because you can actually walk around and see where the ghost was standing at the time that it did that. So it's a pretty neat little trick there. All right, we'll take this and this for objectives. And I don't think I have breaker on the screen. Nope, I do not. I don't know if I remember seeing in the garage or not. Don't think I did. All right, I assume it's gonna be down here because usually the breaker is down here. There's two spots down here and then one spot up there, so it's more likely that you're gonna get down here. And we did. Okay. Well, we kind of already have our evidence. Actually, I have an idea, actually. So, since it's not freezing... Oh, actually we do know what the ghost is. I know exactly what this ghost is. Oh, you can see right there too. Wait, look at this. Obake fingerprint, look at that. We have an Obake. So how can I tell it was an Obake? Well, there's a couple things. One, remember when I said the Banshee and Diane can only be female? Look at that, we have Andrew. So that means it cannot be Banshee. And then two, there's a thing called forced evidence, where some ghosts will always give certain evidence. And this ghost Altu is actually very special because their thing is all about freezing. They really love freezing. They like move really fast when it's cold and they move slow when it's warm. So they love to shut the breaker off all the time. And this is one ghost that will always give forced freezing. So since we actually never got freezing temperatures, it's still not freezing after all this time. Okay, remember, freezing is anything under 1 degree. I know the journal says 0 degrees, but it's anything under 1 degree. You can try it whenever it reaches like 0.1 and it will be correct every time. But yeah, since we didn't get freezing, we know it cannot be Hantu as well. So it's literally just an Obake. And ever since I checked the light switch, we knew exactly what it was anyways, because we actually got lucky with the Obake fingerprint. That's actually pretty lucky there. So that really was not bad at all. Let's go. And if I want to, I could speed it up a little bit to get our crucifix objective. We could literally just wish to see the ghost and we'll be good there. Because we have a tier 3 crucifix, which can actually stop cursed hunts, which is crazy. Now, hopefully it actually is here, right? Oh, I never even put my crucifix down. Whoops. Probably should be doing that. Alright, I'm just gonna check with the thermometer, make sure we're actually still in the ghost room. Now it is cold, but it seems... I don't know. I thought I heard an item. I guess it threw that item there. Okay, let's just try it out. After I pick up the speedy camera. I wish to see the ghost. I wish to see the ghost. There she is. Got that. Throw that there, and it'll use it. Boom. Now you gotta be careful, because the one thing, it does stop cursed hunts, but it uses up a whole crucifix. You gotta make sure it's a full, brand new crucifix. It can't be like used once or anything like that. So boom, we know it's an Obake. So we could leave right now if we wanted, but might as well go for all the bunnies, get all those points. Even though for me, they really don't matter anymore. Like I already have everything I need, but I don't know. I kind of want to see like how much I can get. I know from all the last events, I was like grinding a lot. I was like doing lots of streams and grinding so much for points. Like I think the last couple events, I was in the top 100 of the placements, which I think I had like over 10,000 points for each of those. Is kind of crazy. Okay, got our dots, got a couple smudges, just in case. You never know. It may hunt from a bunny or something. Always gotta be careful. But now is just easy. We just look around, find a bunny, and boom. And of course, remember, if it jumps at you, you drop your stuff. You lose sanity, and the ghost gets a little faster. And the opposite happens when the bunny runs away, which we haven't gotten yet. So hopefully we can get that to happen at some point. Alright, found another bunny. I can also hear it hissing. Okay, there we go. You saw how it ran away. So that means we actually gained a little bit of sanity. I don't think it's equal amount of sanity. I think you gain a little bit less than if you were like gonna lose more from the bunnies jumping at you. So I'd say you gain like 10% sanity, and you lose 20 from when they jump at you. That's what I think. I haven't really tested it much, but you kind of see like the first bunny that jumped at me made the ghost faster, and then I made the ghost back to normal speed because it put it back to normal with it running away. But now it's back to being a little bit faster now, which is not too bad because you could just get all bunnies that jump at you, and then the ghost just gets turned into like a revenant or something really fast. Oh, and it's jumping at me again. Okay, cool. We sure love to see that, don't we? Not really. Hey, buddy. Okay, you know, I'm actually gonna smudge it. I don't really need to smudge it, but since I'm coming to its room, I would like to smudge it. And if you don't know what smudging a ghost does, it actually stops it from hunting for 1.5 minutes. But you can also use that as a tool to save yourself if it ever hunts you or something. It's kind of like a stun grenade, I guess, in a way. You kind of like stun the ghost during a hunt. Which, I mean, I guess it literally is just a stun grenade. It literally like stuns the ghosts for like 5 seconds when you smudge, so that gives you time to like hide or something. If you even have a hiding spot. Okay, that bunny ran away. Very good. And no more bunnies. Okay, well, let's run then. I feel like with all the bunnies jumping at me, we're probably lower sanity by a good bit, but we are good to go. I haven't really gone for sound, but I'm not really going for perfect games every time, so why not just go? Okay, you don't need to get a perfect game to get the maximum amount of points. All you need literally is just get the ghost correct, do your objectives, get all the bunnies, and then you're good. And then you can always do a higher difficulty if you want more points per those multipliers, but it doesn't really add up as much, but still extra. And there we go. We got an obake. Easy. And that time we got 33 points. So on average, you'll get like around 30 points. It depends on like how many bunnies you get too, because sometimes I think it's like a range of like 1 to 5 on a small map. And I think you can get like 3 to 8 on a medium map, which is kind of crazy. But I say let's change gears and go to no evidence. So boom, you can see immediately it went to 9 times multiplier. This is kind of like my normal no evidence difficulty, which I feel like is quite nice still. I mean, you do start off with 0% sanity, but you do have the choice to take sanity pills. So if you wanted to go in with like somewhat full sanity, you can literally just do that. We're still on 1 second grace period. I could even turn to 0 second grace period for like an extra 0.5 times difficulty. I think that's around what it adds. Yeah, exactly 0.5. Some of the stuff I just have trapped in my mind, I just remember. And then heavy rain, which you could always turn this to fog or something. But with the Easter events, that's also one thing with Easter is it's always forced heavy rain for whatever reason, which is kind of weird. I don't know why it's like that, but it'll be fine because we're on Edgefield now. Yeah, now we gotta be a bit more careful because we have no sanity at all. And we have Jerry Cordero, so we're switching to no evidence. So now we're not gonna get any evidence. The only thing we could possibly get is just ghost orbs for the mimic. Cause remember, that's actually not evidence. That's like a weakness / ability for the mimic. They always have ghost orbs, even on no evidence. Which, if you're not sure what no evidence means, it's literally like you cannot get any evidence. Like if you try to bring in like all your evidence items, you will not get anything. Like the lowest temperature on a thermo you'll ever see is 1 degree. The highest EMF you'll ever see is EMF 4. You will never get spirit box. They don't ever write in the book. They don't never show you dots, stuff like that. And then how would you figure out the ghost, for example? Well, a lot of these ghosts actually have like secondary abilities or behaviors, which is actually kind of nice. Like the Onryo has stuff with fire. It does not like the firelight, because this actually kind of acts like a crucifix for Onryos. Mares hate lights, which is actually one of the harder ghosts to figure out because you kind of need to test its ability. I mean, we'll go a bit more in depth. Let's just get our items in. Now we'll start the timer because there's actually a thing with the mimic, which is in the first minute of a game of each contract. When you open the front door, the first minute, it actually can't mimic anything special. So, for example, if you run into a special ghost, like a revenant, for example, then that means it cannot be a mimic because it's been enough time. Also, there's a sound right here. Excuse me. Don't get me. Okay, we should get our stuff in. Okay, it's already doing some stuff. Cool. Sounds good. Okay, yeah, we should definitely set up our stuff. Yeah, this is kind of like my normal setup. Put a candle here and a crucifix just in case the ghost is in here. Which it does seem like it is. So step in the salt so we can actually just say no wraith. Use the crucifix. I'm already done with sounds, look at that. So we can say no shade, because it's still in here and it tried to hunt. Shade is actually a shy ghost. It doesn't do anything while you're in the room with it. And we can actually check for orbs as well, just in case. It does seem like this is the room. Plus, remember when I was talking about the Gaia earlier? It stepped in assault a while ago, so it would have gotten in a rage after 2 seconds. Okay, already hunting again. Wow. Yeah, with the Gaia, after 2 seconds, it would have been enraged. So now it shouldn't have put any steps in assault. So we can actually say for certain it's not a Gaia. And the candle's still on there, so we can say it's not on Rio. Because as I said from earlier in the truck here, the candle acts like a crucifix for on Rio. So the candles pretty much like actually stop them from hunting, just in general. Okay, well at this time, I would like to get another crucifix in, but we also don't want to lose on our crucifix right away. We should actually like get to hunt so we can actually get more information off these ghosts. Because abilities and behaviors is one thing, but speed is also another thing. Most of these ghosts have like a set speed. They're all like normal speed, but some ghosts are a little bit faster, some ghosts are a little slower, and other ghosts are really, really fast. Like the guy would be normally fast. Also, thanks for the random EMF, appreciate it. Jerry Cordero, you're the best. I don't remember where I threw my first smudge. I think I threw it in the room somewhere. Yeah, right there. Did I get that? I got burnt crucifix, okay. Alright, no, I'm gonna hide here. Gonna hide right here. Oh, I don't want you. I want this. I can also hear a bunny there too. Okay, turn lights on so I can actually kind of see. And so now we wait and just listen for the ghost speed. Oh yeah, we have Jared Cordero as well, so we know it can't be a Banshee or Diane. Anything else it really can't be? We can't really, I guess no mimic. Also, you hear that sound? To me, that sounds kind of slow. Come here, buddy. Okay, it is slowly getting faster. So that tells me, I can already tell like just based on that, it is getting slowly faster as well. I think it only rules down to 2 ghosts. Just in my mind, I can already kind of think of just 2 ghosts that it can only be. It's definitely a little slower than normal speed, so that means it can't be a demon, Goryo, Marabake, Myling, Jin. It can't be a Hantu because it was speeding up. The Hantu speed is based on temperature, not like line of sight. Almost every ghost actually speeds up based on line of sight, so if it's seeing you, it's gonna like speed up over time. And Hantu is not one of those ghosts. It's only speed on temperature of the rooms. Moray is kind of like a hybrid actually, but we know it's not a Moray because it's based on sanity, and since I have no sanity, it should be really fast, so I can already say for certain no Moray. Oni is also a normal speed ghost, Poltergeist. Raichu would be fast around electronics, and we have electronics on in the room here, so I can already say for certain it's not going to be that. Spirit's also normal speed, Yurei, Yokai, Phantoms, and definitely not a Dio, like from that Tanglewood run that we had. It for sure is not a Dio. It's not acting just like that at all. So we should get our crucifix in already and probably grab Paramic for objectives. As you can see right up there, it's already past 1 minute 30, which is like the normal smudge time for ghosts. It'll stop it from hunting for 1 minute 30 seconds. And that affects every ghost except for 2 ghosts, Spirit and Demons. Demons only get affected a little bit less for 1 minute, and Spirits get affected for 3 minutes. So they can't hunt for 3 minutes at a time when you smudge them, which is pretty crazy. Okay. Well, this guy loves hunting us, doesn't he? Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use this smudge right off the bat right here, just to try and get a little bit more activity as well as stopping it from hunting for a bit. And do I have another smudge in here? I thought I did. I guess not. I should probably go grab one real quick, just to be safe. It never hurts to be safe. Alright, I'm not really caring about a perfect game, although that would be kind of nice because we have all this already. But I'll just like this. Let's see, we can get like a cursed possession photo. That'd be a good one. which there's 3 like right away right there. We got the music box, mirror, and tarot cards. Oh, we got a bone right here. Perfect. I'm also just walking around and just seeing if I can get a paramic sound as well, which with the tier 3 paramic, you can actually, it goes like through floors as well. It can go like pretty much through 3 floors at once. It goes the floor you're on, the floor above you, and the floor below you. It would be kind of cool if you could just like have unlimited hearing like wherever you are, but it does make sense. That'd be kind of OP. All right, we got monkey paw as well. That could actually be very useful. That could literally be like really useful. There we go. That's a paramic sound right there. And there goes our last crucifix as well. Perfect. Amazing. Alright, well, yep, always want to check your hiding spots. Okay, we're on medium amount of hiding spots, I believe. So I think we'll get like 3 hiding spots pretty much. Like 1, 2, and then it's like a range of like 2 to 4 or something like that. I don't really know the exact values. Yeah, I would expect most hiding spots would be filled. But I would like to get the ghost to hunt for a bit longer. So, what do I want to wish for? I guess I'll wish to see the ghost. Oh, hello. Why are you there? Okay, so you see how it's a little faster now? That is faster than the normal speed for sure. And also, by the way, while you're hiding, you want to hold your door closed. Don't like let go and just like put your hand off the mouse or controller. You want to hold it closed, because if a ghost walks by, it will open the door. And unless you're really good at like correcting fast, you do not want that to happen. Alright, I'm gonna go into here since I know I have this hiding spot here too. Yes. I want to listen to the ghost. I think it's going upstairs. Yeah, there we go. That's why I turned my light on. Okay, and it's done. Well then. It was the same speed the whole time, so I don't know. Hey buddy, that was kind of rude. Shut the breaker off. Which would roll a Jinn as well. The Jinn's ability is based off of the breaker, so it will never actually shut it off. But yeah, definitely not a Revenant. A Revenant would be very slow and then really fast once it finds a player. Has basically the same speed and like slowly speeds up, which definitely not Revenant. And definitely not Thay. The Thay would be starting off at really fast and slowly be getting slower over time that the players are close to it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's still fast. That's actually kind of good. Because the Bombo, its ability is it switches between being calm. Right there. I don't know if you caught that, but it was fast and then it went just slow. That's on a Bombo right there. The twins can't do that. Because the twins, there's 2 ghosts. It's actually just 1 ghost really. But it switches between going slow and fast, and it has like a 50% chance to be one or the other. But a Bombo, it has set times where it switches between calm and aggressive, which is kind of cool. So right there we witnessed that it was fast and then it switched to being calm, which was slow, which is actually really good. So now we know what the ghost is. So Bombo, easy. So they're pretty much almost like the same speeds as the twins as well. They pretty much have like the same like slow and fast speeds. Although I think the slow Bombo is a little slower than the twins. So if you have like a really good memory of like ghost speeds, which I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good memory of ghost speeds, but I don't know. Sometimes it is hard to tell with like twins or Bombos and like all the other different speed ghosts. But I've played the game so many times that I've definitely gotten used to like hearing what normal speed is, especially if you're playing it like with the speed modifier and making the ghosts like just fast in general. Okay, but we do know there's a bunny there. Hello, bunny. Don't you dare be okay, that's fine. I was about to say, don't you dare be a golden bunny. Which I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. We could actually get it on video. It'd be kind of cool. I think last Easter event that we did, I got a handful of bunnies, actually. Handful of golden bunnies. Cause that's like a super rare one, and what that does, it just basically just makes the ghost hunt. And I think if there's a crucifix nearby, I think it maybe ignores it. I don't remember. I don't quite remember. It does something though. It does make the ghost hunt and makes it angry. Okay. Yeah, we're just trying to run through this house real quick, get all the bunnies just for some extra points. I did take all those sanity pills, so I should be at around 80% sanity. Oh, he ran away, nice. Although I did get a bunny that jumped at me, so sanity's kind of all over the place right now, right? But we have 2 smudges here, so we should be totally fine anyways. Bunny! Don't be a gold one. Or actually do be a gold one. I'd like to get a gold one on video before the event goes away. Yeah, if you're enjoying the video so far, definitely feel free to like the video. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new here. And now be a golden bunny. Never mind, he jumped at me. Okay, that bunny doesn't like me. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hoping to get back into like more streams and videos. I've actually been kind of busy like building computers and trying to sell them so I could actually just make a little bit more money on the side. I'm definitely not monetized yet on YouTube or like even like on stream. I guess technically if I stream to Kick, which I do stream to Kick and YouTube, by the way, but I am kind of monetized on Kick because last year towards the end of the year, I had one guy that did like a cheer or something. I don't really know what they're called, but he gave me 1 cent, so I made a little bit of money from it, but that's not quite enough to like buy food and stuff. But yes, we have an Obabo, Jerry Cordero. You've been a good ghost, and we got all the points too. And we should get more points as well, just from our multiplier as well. It would be kind of cool if it like multiplies the points as well. It like take 1.5 times the points or something like that. But yeah, we got 36 points for that. It's not too shabby. And we're at the top, 7,200. Wow, that's cool. I don't know if I can find it, but I guess here's the one from winter event. I was top 55 for that one at 15,015 points. That was actually kind of fun. Which also, I think I like the winter event more because that one you had to like search for Krampus presents. Oh, yeah, look at this screenshot. I have Batman. Look at that. Yeah, that one was definitely fun because we had to look around for Krampus presents and put it in a gift bag. And you get a cool reward, a random reward from that. And actually, I think this is where I was at from last Easter. I think that one I didn't really like grind as much. I tried grinding towards the end, but never really got to there. But anyways, let's go to, I guess, our last map. We have like 39 more minutes left of the event, 37 more minutes. This map could totally take that long, you never know. Because gameplay wise, this map is definitely pretty difficult for sure. Especially when you have a ghost that's like towards the top of the lighthouse. It could very much become a challenge, that's for sure. But anyways, I'm gonna bring my normal stuff. I always try to prepare with like a candle, salt, and a crucifix. Candle for the Unrio, salt for a wraith, of course, or Gayu, and then crucifix or whatnot, just to stay alive, really. Really, just to stay alive. The one good thing about this map is if you do get lucky with the ghost being down here, there's actually a pretty nice looping spot in the master, or what am I saying, in the living room. In the master living room, just grab a camera and sound recorder. I think that's pretty much like my basic build right there, basic loadout. And let's go in. All right. Oh, I already started hunting instantly. I don't know if I heard something. It sounded like it was right above me. Okay. Well, I guess let's just find the ghost. Yeah, it'll be good information to see where it's like coming from and whatnot. But you could have been starting here and then went up or something. Never know. You gotta be careful. Now, I would definitely recommend just like saving your sprint. You definitely want to save your sprint, especially if you're about to walk into a ghost up here. It's definitely scary like on this map. Oh, it's already done. Okay. Well then, maybe I shouldn't be up here. Do I have a hide spot? I don't. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Oh, no, it's a good lockers. Okay, we're good. We are good. Lockers is probably one of the best hiding spots ever. I think even if a ghost like teleports to you or roams to you, like a banshee or phantom or wraith, as long as you have this door closed and you're holding in stuff, I think you're basically unkillable. Unless like the ghost does something stupid. I mean, I've had like really fast ghosts like walk, like they're trying to like run around and they're like so fast that they overshoot and they go in the locker. I've had ghosts like go in the locker and they're basically right in my face and they haven't killed me, so I think you're pretty safe here. Well, I think it's down here because normally you'd be able to hear the ghost up there, actually. Right? So it is in that room? Potentially. Okay, but what I did hear of it, it does kind of sound like a normal speed ghost to me. So that's good to know. Okay, maybe the ghost was upstairs. And it's already done. Okay. Oh, that's actually quite a horrible room. I think it's like on the second top floor there, which is not good. Uh-oh. Hey, this stuff is still like just in the same spots, right? Pretty much untouched. So yeah, for sure. And it's also hunting already. Okay. If it comes down here, I'm gonna try and loop it in here. Oh yeah, you can see the light blinking over there. You see that? The lighthouse light. Yeah. Oh, there she is. See her. And Rose Bowen, so it could be a Banshee or a Diane. Although if it's a Diane, it should be fast right now because I'm moving. Ooh, that was a that was a little close there. A little bit close, but I didn't have to use my spud. That's good. Okay, so this is the room here. This room. Okay then. Yep, got cold breath. It shut the breaker off, so we can roll a gin. We have a hide spot right here. I'm just gonna drop all my stuff and grab my my 3 things I brought in earlier. And we should probably find out where the breaker is as well. I don't remember actually seeing it. We may have actually passed it. Alright, I don't think I saw it anywhere, so it must be behind this door over here on this floor. I assume so. Which is actually kind of a nice breaker spot, except it's not really nice here because the ghost is very far away. So if I get a ghost that loves turning the breaker off, then we're kind of in trouble. I guess not really in trouble, but it just gets annoying. I mean, I guess we don't really need the lights to be on anyways. I mean, you can kind of see already. I don't know about you, but I can see pretty well for the most part. Yeah, but I should be pretty careful now. Oh, we have a board. I can like just barely see it. Yeah, that's where the board spawns, right in that little cubby there. It spawns in the games room. Okay, it is done. Nice. I probably shouldn't be trying to go to its room right away, but if anything, I can hide in the locker there. Hopefully. Okay, don't hunt me. Okay, it tried. It for sure tried. Hello. She's laughing. What are you laughing at, huh? You think that's funny? Okay, I'm just gonna put that there. Boom. Okay, well now we have an Unreal setup, and this is actually perfect for this room. That guy blew it out kind of fast, actually. Huh, interesting. Okay, I didn't get that sound right. No, I did not. Oops. Okay, never mind, not an Unreal. It almost seems like it could be a Wraith, to be honest. Or, you know what, it could be a Gaia as well. Never mind. Because I did use a crucifix there, so it should be enraged, right? But then it started walking and saw, so never mind. Never mind. Alright, well, there goes that crucifix. Let's hope it's not going to spawn on top of me. Okay, nice. Okay, she comes straight for me. And okay, she looks kind of normal, so probably not gonna be a phantom. Probably not a yokai. It seemed like it came like right for me immediately. Unless it somehow saw me from up there, which it totally could have. Okay, definitely not Diane. Diane is based on movements. So if you're moving around the ghost, if you're like within like a 10-meter range, I think, and it's like infinitely vertically, but horizontally it's gotta be a 10-meter range. And if we're moving, the ghost would be faster. And if you're not moving, it would be slow. Which it's obviously like kind of just normal speed. Anyway, no, it's not on Rio. It's nothing fast. We have electronics here, right? It's also just done. Okay, well we have a smudge on already, so we can see if we can get anything, any other videos. Maybe any other sounds, potentially. Also know it's not a raid, nothing fast. Not a shade, because hunting with me in the room. Shades will not be able to do that. If you're in the same room as a shade, they're just gonna be shy. They're like shy, quiet. They're very, very quiet ghosts. And fun fact, I've actually had a shade in that room and it was not fun. Because I think it was during a all maps challenge and I had to get perfect games in every map. And on this map, it sucked. I had to like position myself like halfway up the stairs. Because technically like you're like not in the room there, but you can still like get videos and stuff. And I just had to wait there for so long. Okay, still not hunting. That's good. I was about to say, it looked like this light didn't turn on. Okay, it just turned on over there. Oh, now it's hunting. Okay, cool. Also, fun fact, if you try to turn on lights while it's hunting, it will not work. You can turn the breaker on and off while it is hunting, fun fact, but yeah, you can't do that. You can't open the front door, obviously. But we saw it hunted after 1 minute 30 seconds, and it hunted before 3 minutes, which means it cannot be a spirit. And it seems purely normal speed, so no twins. I don't think I saw orbs. Like we should have seen him by now. Got objectives already. That's pretty good. Yeah, this could very much turn into a very annoying challenge. This could very much turn into a very annoying round for sure. No, it's not a Deogen, not a Gayu, not a Jin. It shut the breaker off because the Jin needs a breaker on to use its ability. Okay, already done. Nice. Let's see. I haven't done any air balls or anything, which Onis cannot do air balls. They're actually more likely to do like full form ghost events. Like when you take a photo of it and it just says ghost, it's more likely to do those ones. But I guess I'll grab a thermo as well. And another crucifix. Like honestly, there's not much to do really. We just kind of have to like smudge it and like try to get it to do like an ability or something. Or if it's like really boring like a Goryeo, then it's just not really gonna do anything special. And it may come down to just going for that. But I mean, Poltergeist we can always test for in the room below there. There's actually a pretty nice looping spot there. And then I can loop it, smudge it, and then hide in the lockers right there. It's like perfect. Of course, if you're newer to the game, you probably don't want to be looping ghosts unless it's a Dio. With the Dio, you kind of have to loop it, but you definitely gotta be careful. I think it's above. Hi, buddy. All right, I'm gonna smudge you. Gonna run right past you, hopefully. I'm just gonna run straight up to its room. Why not? See ya. Okay, I assume it's probably done by now. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay. So this should be the room still. Yeah, 1.9 degrees. Now obviously we're not gonna get evidence, but it is always good to have a thermo because if the temperature starts going up, that tells us that it's moved. And we can check the rooms to see if they're getting colder. So it's just good for that, really. Alright, buddy, you wanna give me a sign, please? I guess I might as well set up a poltergeist test. That's the one ghost that loves to throw stuff, so we'll be giving it lots of stuff to throw. And luckily this room has like a million items to throw. Got like all these paint cans. There's like so many items, to be honest. All these, there's like a million small items here. There's like copper pipes. Hammer, like a bunch of stuff. There are some things that you can't touch, but it is quite cool. Oh, we got an axe. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. Okay. And now we should just sit up here. Now from earlier I said the demon gets smudged for a minute whenever you hit it with the smudge, which also leads to like a pretty good test with the demon, because the demon's also the only ghost that can hunt before a minute 30 passes from like doing the smudge. Because after a minute passes, then it can like hunt whenever it wants pretty much. So it hasn't hunted, so probably seeming like not a demon, but we always gotta be careful. Demons are also just more aggressive, so they'll also try to hunt anytime. It's also, I think it's hunting now. I don't like that. Okay. All right, you know what? Come here. I'm gonna bring it down here, hopefully. Come here. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna hide. I didn't really notice any big throws there, but I was trying not to die. I don't think it's a poltergeist, but it's kind of weird. It started hunting from down here. Like it didn't even hunt from up there. So let's check our thermo again, which would actually be kind of nice because then we can figure out that it's not gonna be a Goryeo. Unless it's still up here. It is a little cooler. It is getting down. I think it is down there now. I believe so. All right, Ghost, you want to give me a sign, please? Yep, that's a sign right there. Boom. Honestly, hasn't really been doing that much, to be honest. But I mean, the fact that it's down here now means we can actually roll a Goryeo, which is actually kind of nice. I'm also probably gonna roll Obake because even though with this event it is forced to be the same like ghost model, that little girl with like the wooden mask and like different color skin, Obake can still work and still like do its thing, so that's kind of nice. Also blowing out my lighter. Just gonna set these doors halfway in case it's a Yurei. Yurei is a ghost that like loves touching doors, and they're the only ghosts that can fully open and fully close doors. And they do that like with every touch they do pretty much with the door. Okay, well, already hunting, very fun. I guess next step to do would be to take sanity pills. Okay, now at this point, we kind of just need to test for it to, like, if it ever early hunts or not. If it hunts from above 50% sanity or below. Which really, it kind of has to hunt from above 50 for it to be anything special. Let's just hope I can actually leave the house before it even starts. Let me out. All right, thank you. Let's go. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna take 3 sanity pills. So that put me right up to 60% sanity. And then I would just like to have a moisture sensor so I can track where it's going. Make sure it's not gonna hunt on top of me in case it does try to hunt. Since now I don't have any more crucifixes. So, like, in a perfect world, you definitely wouldn't want to be in the ghost room, but I kind of have to be so I can get any information possible. Wait, it's actually already hunting. Ah. Okay. Well then, that gives me a bunch of information, actually. The fact that it's already hunting means it cannot be Oni, cannot be a Myling, cannot be a Bombo, because it's just normal speed ghosts. Yurei doesn't hunt until you're below 50% sanity. So it's literally only a demon or a mare. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay then. Well, I will take another pill then. Just put myself at high enough sanity where a mare wouldn't be able to hunt, and a demon would. Yeah, you can actually just hear it right above. Okay, there we go, it's done. Let's go. Okay. And now we want to really just stay in the light and just be careful. Oh. That might have been an ability right there. So mare abilities are kind of weird. But that's the one ghost that hates lights. And they have a certain ability where if you turn a light switch on, they have a chance to just immediately shut it off. But you can only get that to happen if the ghost is near the light switch. Oh, hello. And you're able to check it like every 10 seconds, because if you check it before 10 seconds passes, then it'll, like right here, it walk nearby. I'll check this light as well. Oh, right there. You see that? It turned off immediately as I turned it on. Okay, so that tells me right there that should be a mare. So yeah, with the ability, you can just turn it on, see if it turns it off immediately, and then wait 10 seconds before that light switches, before you switch that light again. But you can do it again with the other light switches, of course. Like this one here. I think there's only like 3 lights here. But that's very useful. And then the mirror, oh, touch the door. Not sure which one to touch, but it's not fully open or fully closed, either of them. So we could roll Yurei based off of that as well. But Mare also has like a separate like hunting thresholds as well. They actually have 2 thresholds. They can hunt early or they can hunt later, and that's based off of like their thing with lights. If the light is on at the ghost room, then the mare cannot hunt until you're on 40% sanity. So we're pretty high still. So basically we'll never hunt until it's able to do like ghost vents or something. Which, speaking of ghost event, actually there is a ghost vent that like break the lights. They're also more likely to do that ghost event. But yeah, back to the thresholds. If the light is off in the ghost room, it can actually early hunt up to 60% sanity. So it can be dangerous. So you want to make sure you just stay in the light. Unless you want to hunt, and then you can just turn it off and it's able to hunt. And boom, we got it again. I think we got 3 abilities right there. That first one with that one, and then 2 more with those. With the light there. So I think that's really enough for me. Okay, then now it's not hunting as well. Where I feel like with the demon, it would be able to hunt still. Although we're not in like normal hunting threshold for demons. Demons hunting threshold is like 70% sanity. But they do have an ability where they can hunt at any percent sanity they want. They can even hunt right when you walk in the door, which is kind of crazy. So you always gotta expect the unexpected. But I think we actually got lucky and we have a mare. That's actually nice. And then of course, since they hate lights, they're also more likely to roam away from their ghost room if the light's on in there as well. So they're more likely to like change to another ghost room. To like another room with like no lights on. But we win. And I don't think I'm gonna go for the bites this time. I think by now it's probably actually already gone. Actually, no, maybe not. I think there's like 13 minutes left. Let's see. But yeah, we should definitely have a mare. I think we have got 3 abilities. And we got a couple medium, not much. But it's something. And it was a mare. Nice. Yeah, that's a fun thing with no evidence is that you can like just figure them out based on abilities and behaviors and stuff. And there's just like so many ways to figure them out. But let's look at the abilities. Abilities used 3 times. Exactly what I said. And then it did change rooms. Change from that above room down to that room that we were in there. So really not too bad. And I believe we do have, yeah, around 12 minutes left. So pretty soon here, this whole lobby, even the leaderboard is going to go away. Which I might as well take a screenshot now. We're actually, wait, we got boosted up quite a bit actually. We're at 6222 now. Nice, not too bad. So I guess that'll be my placement for this Easter event. Again, I'm sorry I didn't stream as much. I haven't really had the energy to do so, and then I've also really been trying to work on my side job of like making computers, like gaming computers or fixing parts as well. I actually fixed a broken motherboard and processor and got them back to working, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I want to like try and flip those parts and PCs and try to make some money on the side job. But eventually I want to make YouTube my main job. That's been my dream like forever. So if you want to help support me on that, I'll definitely appreciate subscribing and liking down the video. And if you'd like to watch the weekly challenge mode that's coming out real soon, we haven't gone to editing yet because we've been waiting on the guys to be available. But if you want to watch that, you can click right over there. But anyways, I'll see you guys on stream at some point. I'll be streaming Phasmo next. But anyways, happy ghost hunting. Bye bye.